Uh,
Well, we talked a little bit about engines and software and stuff. So let's get really nerdy right now. Let's talk about the PlayStation 5. Some specs were just announced for the next generation of this console, and I don't know anything about this stuff. I kind of went cross-eyed reading this, but since you are an engineer and you're hip to this jive, I wanted to get your take on this. It says this is an article from tweaktown.com, and it says PlayStation 5 confirmed to have 8C16T Zen 2 CPU from AMD. What any of that means, I have no idea, but it basically says that we're slowly finding out more info about the new console. We're now seeing Japanese magazine Famitsu reporting that PlayStation 5 does indeed have an 8C16T chip based off of AMD's new Zen 2 architecture. We've been hearing rumors about this for a while now, but it seems the specs have been solidified as developer kits reach game developers. So break this down for me. What the hell does this mean?
okay, so currently, a lot of the things holding PC gaming back is the fact that most consoles are still fairly single-threaded, or at the very least, very mildly threaded applications.
What does that mean, threaded?
Threads. So each processor core, uh, generally, it with the newer versions is able to do two threads, which means two tasks at the same time. So let's say I'm developing an application that needs to run a bunch of processing in the background. I will spawn a bunch of threads, have them handle the processing, and then the main thread, which is the main program, the main application, will handle that after all of the side threads are handled. So there'll be things running simultaneously. Say I need to grab information from this source, this source, this source, this source. Rather than having the main thread do it one at a time, I'll have each one do it individually. And then the main thread will then take over and do whatever I want with that information, display it, run a calculation based off of it. So the what we're seeing is the previous PS4 Pro was based on an 8-core, I believe, 8-thread. So there was no hyperthreading or no SMT, which is the ability to run two threads on a singular core.
Okay, so what does this 8C16T Zen 2 CPU mean
Uh,
for the PlayStation?
so what you're going to see is this will be as powerful as a current gen PC.
And why is that important?
Why is that important? Because generally most consoles uh, at the same amount of processing power will be able to deliver far greater graphics than a PC. Only because of one thing. The software is developed very specifically for that exact hardware set. If you look at most PCs at this point, the one sitting next to me is an 8-core, 16-thread with a 5700 XT. That's similar to what we're going to see out of the PS4,
You mean the
PS5.
PS5?
Yeah, the PS4 Pro, which can do 4K graphics on a television, is only based off of a 2.1 gigahertz 8-core with an old AMD Radeon as the GPU.
Okay. So what does this mean for PlayStation 5 in terms of like how good is it going to be compared to like I don't know your standard PC in terms of gaming?
You're gonna see this probably eclipse. Well, your standard anymore is around a 1060 with maybe a 6 core 6-thread CPU. You're gonna see it raise the requirements of PC gaming a lot. Well, not requirements. You're gonna see it raise the recommended specs.
Raise the standards?
Yeah, you're gonna see it raise the standards. Minimum specs probably gonna stay fairly similar, but you're going to see companies invest far more in the high end development cycles. which is great because right now with the state of PS4, the state of Xbox, you're seeing a lot of people, a lot of companies who are looking at their recommended specs as being similar to those. This is probably, just based off of a glance, I would say maybe 4 times as powerful as a PS4 Pro.
So what does that mean in terms of the quality of games we can expect from
Uh,
this?
you're gonna see a lot. So you're gonna see a lot of games look more similar to their cutscenes. You're gonna see a lot of games that can use advanced features. Ray tracing is something that you're gonna start to see, which is actual light reflection. Ray tracing, the entire idea is that every single light source will actually trace a path across everything. So water will have its own reflective properties, and the light sources will properly reflect off the water rather than it being a trick based off of a light source under the water that seems to match the direction you're going. A good example, the best example of ray tracing I can think of right now is Minecraft ray tracing. You have a game that is, to be honest, kind of old, kind of not very graphically intense, just turns absolutely beautiful with ray tracing because you're seeing actual lighting sources. Here you go. I just put that one in for you if you want to. It's a great example of it.
Let me see if I can call it up here.
And I'm certain you've seen Minecraft before.
Oh yeah, I've seen Minecraft. I've even seen pictures of like the ray tracing version of Minecraft.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get over here. So I'll go ahead and
just. And this is Minecraft.
That looks amazing. Like the shadows and stuff. It really makes it look like a 3D.
Yeah.
Because like the original Minecraft it's very blocky. It's almost 8-bit looking. Look at the water there.
You can still see the 8-bit looking pieces, but just the inclusion of actual realistic lighting does that much for you. The other thing you'll start to see because of the higher throughput on the processor, the higher throughput on the memory, is you're going to start to see the things that a lot of people don't notice are missing on consoles, which is if you look at a lot of games, a lot of the debris in the field is gone. A lot of the little side pieces that most people don't notice until they actually play a game on a PC is missing. So you're going to see that. But I think the big thing is you're going to start to see games try to push the envelope again. Every generation does this, and every single generation that of a process of a console will increase the high end of the PC as well.
So basically, these specs for PlayStation 5, they're pretty good.
Yes.
Now, what does this mean for competitors like Xbox? Are they going to have to step up their game? Like, I know that they've already kind of solidified their Xbox Red, I think it's called, their next generation. How are they going to compare?
So Xbox is a weird case. They're coming out with 2 consoles. They're coming out. I can't remember what the first one is. The high end is called Scarlet.
Yeah, that was it, Scarlet.
But they're using very similar specs for their secondary console to this. Their high end, I am just taking a guess. We're looking at like $900 to $1,200 is going to be slightly higher end than this. That's just a guess, though, just because. Sorry, she just got her costume in and wanted to take.
Wanted to show it off.
Yeah. But no, I like that. The other thing is, the Xbox is supposedly actually targeting the next generation of display units as well, which is a big thing.
Like the
Because
4K TVs,
no, 8K.
8K.
They're probably targeting 8K 30 frames. I'm not exactly positive they'll be able to hit it. But that means that you're going to start seeing displays that reach that type of resolution. You're going to start, I mean, they exist now. You're talking about like the 10 grand displays, just like the 4K displays a couple years ago were sitting there around the same price. You might see those start, the companies start to try to bring the prices down on things like that in order to actually sell it to people who would use it. That's the reason I include this one, is because anytime a single thing actually advances, you start to see a ripple effect throughout technology.
Yeah, because people got to, keep up with it.
Yep, and because more people are involved with it, suddenly people are trying to drop the cost to make it mass producible so that they can actually make the money from the most people possible.
Hey, thanks for checking out this video. I hope you got a lot out of it. And remember, if you want to support the channel, please check us out on the socials. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Matthew Kadish. You can also find our discussion group over on Facebook at eggfbgroup.com. That's eggfbgroup.com. Takes you right to our Facebook discussion group. And if you'd like to help support the channel, check out my books over on Amazon.com. You can find them by going to kadishbooks.com. That's Kadish books.com. And as always, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so you're notified every time we upload a new video. For more movie, TV, and entertainment news and analysis, this is Matthew Kadish. I'll catch you guys later.